When you're down in trouble and you need a helping hand, and nothing, oh, nothing is going right. Just close your eyes and think of me. Soon I will be there to brighten up, oh, even your darkest night. You just call out my name, and you know wherever I am, yes, I'll come running. I'll come running just to see you again. Winter, spring, summer, fall, all you gotta do is call. Yes, and I'll be there. Yes, I will. Now, ain't it good to know that you've got a friend? People can be so, so cold. They hurt you and they will desert you. They'll take your soul if you let them. Oh, but don't you let them, no, no. You just call out my name, and you know wherever I am, I'll come running just to see you again. Winter, spring, summer, or fall, all you gotta do is call. Yes, and I'll be there. Yes, I will. And I'll be there. Yes, I will. And I'll be there. Yes, I will. You've got a friend. Good morning, everybody. Happy Sunday. Let's get this thing started, shall we? Thank you, Lee.
Good morning, everybody. I'm Kathy Lyons, a staff minister here at the Granada Hills Center for Spiritual Living, specializing in animal kinship. So I would like to welcome to the lectern, or not lectern, to the stage, Rev.s Cheryl Bell, who's going to light the light. You're welcome to come up too. Yeah. Okay. Okay, thank you. So join with me. We perform this ceremony to promote the universal consciousness of life, which acknowledges that all people and all faiths, all sentient beings, come from the one great universal presence, which we call spirit. Fundamental to this truth is the unifying nature of all religious thought and experience, which we honor here today. As Reverend Cheryl lights the first candle, it's for the Tao, honoring the universal path of harmony and equilibrium, the natural way. We light the second candle for the shamanic traditions, honoring the beliefs and practice of all indigenous peoples, the way of primal spirituality. We light the third candle for Hinduism, honoring the path of knowledge, action, and devotion. We light the fourth candle for Judaism, honoring the ethical path of living by sacred law. We honor the fifth candle for all forms of Buddhism, honoring the Four Noble Truths and the path of compassion. We light the sixth candle for all forms of Christianity, honoring the Christ consciousness as the path of love. We light the seventh candle for all forms of Islam, honoring the path of submission to the will of God as the highest calling. We light the eighth candle for the universalistic religion of Baha'i, honoring the path of unity and peace. We light the ninth candle for all forms of New Thought, honoring the metaphysical path of mental healing through the practice of universal spirituality, universal spiritual principles. We light the 10th candle for those who are as yet unaware of spirit in their lives and for the space we are holding for them here at the center. As Rev.s Cheryl lights a healing candle, please put silently into the light the names of anyone you wish to have experienced the healing flame of God's eternal love.
There is one flame that burns in our hearts. There is one light that shines through our love. We light this flame with faith. We light this flame with faith. We find this light within our own souls. There is one flame, one light within.
So join me, please, as I speak in the first person, proclaiming how grateful I am to be here at the center today to celebrate this Sunday and Reverend Mike's new path of rewirement. And right now and here, as I recognize this power, this presence, which is God, and that God is total love and enlightenment and open-heartedness, and I am one with God, one with its love, enlightenment, and open-heartedness. So I proclaim that this morning is a perfect and complete idea in the mind of God, that it is an uplifting service and filled with divine love. And so I am just open-hearted and receptive to all the good that I am receiving from this service and throughout the week. And so with deep gratitude to be here at the center, for everyone here, for the love, enlightenment, and for my open heart and receptivity, I release my word to the law. I know it is done, I know it is so, and together we say, and so it is. Good morning again. My name is Kathy Lyons, and I'm here to talk about retirement or rewirement. Today's a bittersweet day because we're going to know the best, and I don't like the word wishing, we know him well as he moves on to instead of retirement, I like the word rewirement. That was something Dr. Sue Rubin said when she left the center up in, God, my mind goes blanks, up in Westlake. Anyway, so I like the rewiring instead of retiring, because to me, retirement, it sounds like, for one, you're going to bed at night, which I like to use the word replenishment. So I go to bed at night, I say I'm going to replenish myself. But rewiring, that is, we're not just retiring like sometimes I think about a senior person just sitting in a rocking chair, stagnating, not really growing and learning. What I love about this teaching is that we never stagnate. We always have opportunities to grow and evolve and, find new outlets. So retiring or rewiring, just because we no longer have an employment or maybe conducting a business, it doesn't mean we just do nothing. I had a friend years ago who would say, oh, I'm never going to retire. I always want to keep working, because I think he saw his parents, his dad retired, and they sat in front of the TV all day, munching on junk food, and really weren't doing anything, and he wasn't that type of person. But as he got in his 60s, I think he then wanted to rewire. So life, nothing is ever etched in granite. We're always evolving and changing. And I know for Reverend Mike that his rewirement of spending time with his family and with his grandson, that's going to be a wonderful way to rewire. I had a grandmother that I grew up with, so I know that that's an enriching experience for both the grandchild and the grandparent. I retired or rewired in 2018, and I had outlets here at the center and with my animal ministry, but now, and then I did do a lot of substitute assignments, so now I'm feeling like I want to rewire and not work so much and have more time to devote to writing, my animal ministry, as well as having more time to spend with friends. Yes, I like to rewire and be inspired by new things. Raymond Charles Barker says in The Power of Decision, an inspired mind is a creative mind. So I feel that no matter what my age, I'm always inspired and involved in learning new ideas. And I love the fact that this spiritual teaching doesn't just say, oh, you're too old, you can't learn anything new. So, and we all need to have something where we feel creatively fulfilled. And this isn't something, I don't believe this is something that's selfish, because what I've learned, when I feel fulfilled and happy, I'm more open-hearted and giving to others. Like, I've gotten so much fulfillment from this center. That's why I love coming here and giving my time and talent, because I've gotten so much of this teaching that I want other people to experience it too. So, I'd like to affirm, I'm guided and creatively inspired, and I am living a life I've always desired. Thank you.
Yesterday, a child came out to wonder, caught a dragonfly inside a jar, and fearful when the sky was full of thunder, and tearful at the falling of a star. And the seasons, they go round and round. The painted ponies go up and down. We're captive on a carousel of time. We can't return, we can only look behind from where we came. and go round and round and round on the circle game. Then the child moved 10 times around the seasons, skated over 10 clear frozen streams. Words like when you're older must appease him, and promises of someday make his dreams. And the seasons, they go round and round. The painted ponies go up and down. We're captive on a carousel of time. We can't return, we can only look behind from where we came, and go round and round and round on the circle game. Well, 16 springs and 16 summers gone now. Cartwheels turn to wheels through the town, and they tell him, take your time, it won't be long now, until you drag your feet to slow those circles down. And the seasons, they go round and round. The painted ponies go up and down. We're captive on the carousel of time. We can't return, we can only look behind from where we came, and go round and round and round on the circle game. So the years spin by and now the boy is 20. Well, through his dreams have lost some grandeur coming true. There'll be new dreams, maybe better dreams in plenty, before the last revolving year is through. And the seasons, they go round and round. The painted ponies go up and down. We're captive on a carousel of time. We can't return, we can only look behind from where we came, and go round and round and round in the circle game, and go round and round and round on the circle game, and go round and round and round on the circle game.
Thank you, Jason. Thank you. I have a few announcements. First, practitioners are available after the service for a 2-minute tune-up in the treatment room, which is in that lobby area. And you can also contact a practitioner online. Go to CSLGH.org. Today at 11:30 a.m., our CSLGH annual meeting will take place, followed by a catered luncheon. This is something important for those of you who are watching online. To join the meeting, you need to go on Zoom, and you can see the contact information in there. So yeah, we won't be on YouTube. Go on Zoom. And also our online group, Animal Kinship, which I host, that will be next week on March 22nd. And today, March 17th, Tuesday, March 17th, from 6:30 to 8:30, practitioner Myrna Morales, would you like to raise your hand? She will be facilitating an 8-week online course titled Spiritual Economics. On Wednesday, March 18th, Myrna will begin the same class in Spanish online as well. Come see what insights will be offered on spiritual abundance and so much more. Check out the detailed flyers and sign-up sheet in Sparks Hall or email at admin@cslgh.org. On Wednesday, March 18th, 7 p.m., Wayne McDonald will grace us with the Tibetan bowl meditation, and that's a wonderful experience. Come and enjoy this peaceful midweek reset. Love offerings accepted at the door. Do you want to write a book, a memoir, or a children's story? Saturday, March 21st at 10 o'clock a.m., Dr. Maureen Hoyt will begin another writing class session. This 4-week class is now open for prepayment registration. Sign up in Sparks Hall or call the church office. And now, I would like the gratitude box. Barbara, come up.
Okay, good morning. Okay, so Rosalie picked it out for me today, and it says, I'm grateful, I'm alive, and present enough to be grateful. Okay.
Thank you, thank you, thank you. So now, let's stand for our Declaration of Principles. We believe in one universal spirit manifesting through all, natural and incarnated in us. We believe that the universal spirit is personal to and reveals itself through everyone who recognizes its presence. We believe that our faith operates upon a law of mind, which automatically manifests in our experience according to that faith. We believe in the unity of all life and in the immortality of the individual soul forever expanding. We believe in the eternal goodness, the eternal loving kindness, and the givingness of life to all.
Yes, I got up this morning singing, God is so good. I got up this morning singing, God is so good. Yes, I got up this morning singing, God is so good. My God is so good to me. I'm feeling good down in my soul. God is so good. I'm feeling good down in my soul. God is so good. I'm feeling good down in my soul. God is so good. My God is so good to me. Feeling good down in my soul. God is so good. Yes, I got up this morning singing, God is so good. Yes, I got up this morning singing, God is so good. My God is so good to me. Now I'm feeling good down in my soul. God is so good. Let me hear you. I'm feeling good down in my soul. God is so good. I'm feeling good down in my soul. God is so good. My God is so good to me. Yes, my God is so. My God is so. My God is so good to me.
Yay! Thank you, Jason. Thank you. And now, CSLGH warmly welcomes guest speaker, Rev.s Staci Hilton. Rev.s Staci Hilton serves as co-minister of the Las Vegas Center for Spiritual Living, along with her best friend and ministry partner, Reverend Cheryl Bell. As Minister of Practitioners and Community Outreach Minister, she ensures that practitioners are spiritually grounded, culturally aware leaders, equipped to uplift and inspire a diverse community. She was elected to the Center for Spiritual Living's Leadership Council February 2024 and previously served 2 terms on the Minister Council 6 years. She also serves as liaison to the Ministers' Council Awards and Global Service Licensing Committees. And CSLGH also warmly welcomes guest speaker, Rev.s Cheryl Bell. Rev.s Cheryl Bell has served at the Las Vegas Center for Spiritual Living since 2010 and became an ordained minister of religion in 2017. A lifelong student of New Thought for more than 25 years, she now serves as senior minister and regional support coordinator for the Centers for Spiritual Living. Rev. Cheryl is devoted to awakening others to their spiritual magnificence and helping create a world that works for all. So join me in welcoming Rev. Staci and Rev. Cheryl. Yes, thank you.
Thank you, Reverend Kathy. And good morning, everybody. Good morning. Look at how beautiful you all are. Mike said you were, and I wasn't sure, so I'm glad I had to come check it out. So thank you for inviting us. What a wonderful day to celebrate Mike's rewirement. And I like the phrase rewirement. Dr. Sue Rubin, I remember her saying that. And because it is rewirement, right? It is not I don't think Mike is retiring from life. I don't think that's his plan. And so many of us, well, not me yet necessarily, but so many of us kind of think that, yeah, well, I'm just going to retire. I'm going to kick back and I'm going to watch Law and Order all day, every day. or whatever your show is. That's kind of my go-to. But what is it that we want? There is something that is being birthed right here and right now in this time frame that we are being called for us to rewire ourselves. Because as in the song, God is so good, God is so good. And yet sometimes I wake up and I really want to go back to bed when I hear what is going on. And some days I struggle with not knowing that God is so good, because I know that without a shadow of a doubt. But when I look at conditions, I think, maybe I know this, and I know that there is something that is breathing me that is always good, but this that I'm seeing is not so good. This that I'm seeing is not what I want to experience. And so the old science of mine, religious science, would be, just don't look at it. It'll go away. Be positive. Do you remember anybody been around that long? Right? So we've grown out of that, I think. And some people want to stay with that, and some days I want to stay with that too. Because I have to have my mind set to the place where I can tune in a different channel. And so I may choose to go back to bed. I may choose to not look at the condition in that moment, although well aware, but I choose that I need at some point to address what is going on. Because guess what? God is good, and God is good all the time. And that comes from within. It doesn't occur because of any situation outside of me. It does not occur because of it. What occurs is my realization and remembrance of who I am and who God is always perfect. And so my responsibility, not just as a minister, but as a licensed practitioner, or just as practitioners, which all of us that subscribe to this thing called religious science, the teaching and philosophy that it is, we have a responsibility, I believe. Because we have a teaching and responsibility that has given so much. It teaches us oneness. It teaches us who we are. It teaches us that I am not my brother's keeper or my sister's keeper, but I am my brother and my sister. A lot of religions, and we're not a religion necessarily. Some people say we are, but not necessarily. A lot of religions don't teach that. So we're way ahead of the game. And so in my idea, to those much is given, much is required, that kind of thing, if you are given a teaching and philosophy that you subscribe to, then guess what? We got to teach it. Now, I would like to see every center filled up with people, because I think people should be lining up out the doors, especially right here and right now. I would think that if they knew about us, maybe they would be. But guess what? The word's not getting out as fast as perhaps not only I would like it, but maybe some of you. We don't have as many kids in our center. We have a center about as big as yours, maybe a little bit bigger some days and not so much on other days. But the work that we do isn't necessarily for, I hate to tell you this, isn't necessarily for you all that walk in this building. Our work requires us to go outside of the building and maybe give a smile, show the love, be that which we want to see in the world, be the change. It takes a little bit more these days, because back in the old days when we had Founders Church that was bringing in 3,000 people at a time, it was a little easier on some level. So now, Rev.s Cheryl and myself, we do things like we have a community pantry. And there is a foster care agency across our parking lot. And so we deliver that food every week. We collect those canned goods or whatever we can to support the foster kids. They're not coming in. Their parents aren't coming in. So we go there. Every week the food's gone, except for some old timers have some things that people don't care for. So those aren't picked up. We do things like I have been working for truancy for Clark County School District and Family Court for 6 years. They cut it because apparently there's nothing that the police will do for parents that are not taking their kids to school. So I had an attorney who said, I still want to do this program. I'm only going to work with junior high school. So we work with 2 junior high schools, and this attorney funds it on his own. He is not religious science, but his heart is in the right place. His heart is full. He knows that school makes a difference. In elementary school, that was really, I should have had those parents sitting with me. It wasn't the kid's fault. You're 8 years old, you can't drive yourself to school. But as in junior high schoolers, with those junior high school kids that I work with, on Thursday I graduated 12 kids, and Friday 5 kids. It could be a very short program. And it's all it is me going in, I smile, I say, how are you? Have you been coming to school? Everybody can do that, right? Everybody, yeah? They say yes, a lot of times they say no. Why? I was sick, miss. Okay. Do you feel better now? Yes. Did you bring in a doctor's note? No. Could you bring in a doctor's note next time so that we know that you're okay and everything's okay? Yes. Okay, grab a snack and go back to class. Don't be late. I'll see you next week. It's not a harsh program. It's not a punishing program. It is just simply an adult who happens to be a minister that cares for kids and knows the value of education saying, hey, I care. What else can we do to support you? There are so many things out there that maybe haven't even been created yet, but guess what? We have something called the law. And all we have to do is state and plant the seeds of what we want with a belief and an expectancy that what we plant will grow. I wanted kids at the center. Maybe I didn't want kids at the center. Maybe the people in the center didn't want kids at the center. So it looks differently than it looked 50 years ago, 40 years ago, 30 years ago, 20 years ago. But life is a spiral, and the spiral is upward. So I'm trying to grasp that which I have embodied and give it out to someone else. I'm not teaching the teachings, I'm teaching love. I think there's somebody else that did that. I don't know, he's kind of famous maybe. Maybe something coming up, there's something coming up. Oh, Easter, oh yeah. Now I'm not comparing myself to Jesus. But what I'm saying is we're all called to do that. The call is to bring the love to the world. If they're not flocking in, if they're not standing outside the doors, then not just because I'm a minister, people need food right now. People need love all the time. How can I serve myself? Because I got to get my head in the right space for me to serve others. Yes? That's what our work is, really. And that's why we come to Sunday service and why Sunday service is so important, because you get the uplift. You get to be around people that are thinking like you and that want to be that beneficial presence. And we get to bring that to you. So it's a benefit, it's a bonus, a win-win. Win-win-win. You know, Tyler Merritt, we have a book club called the Healing Words Book Club. And Tyler Merritt is an actor and an activist, and he wrote a book that was pretty popular. It was called I'll Take My Coffee Black. And he recently wrote a book that we're reading for our next book study, which is, what was it, Cheryl? When Things Change, or something like that, When Things Change. He got a diagnosis of cancer. I know some of you have probably dealt with that. And what I loved about what Tyler said in this book, and it's just hilarious. So if you get a chance, download the book, and you will just laugh your way through it. And there's some heavy times too. But what he said is, live a eulogy of life. Live from that place. What do you want people to say when you've decided to move on to wherever we go when we leave this plane? She was kind. He was compassionate. She was loving. Live your life in that way and align yourself with that. And I think many of us do, but we don't think about it like that necessarily. But those are the things, and those are the seeds that we should be planting so that we can grow not only this space, because it is lovely, but to grow our people. And not that we have all the answers, because we certainly don't. Believe me, I'm elected on leadership. And there's some things that we need to do in leadership for Centers for Spiritual Living. We don't have all the answers, but we have one answer. Love will change the world. Be the change that we want to see in the world. It's so simple, right? It's like the teaching, very simple. As Reverend Cheryl always says, and not easy. It's not always easy, right? So what is it that we will move to? What is it that gets us going in the morning? With Reverend Kathy, it's the animals. Find out, and I know you know what it is already. There was a lady sitting in here, I guess she did the artwork for this place. So she teaches kids art. But sometimes we have to rewire, because maybe what we did before doesn't really match our grown-up self, our new grown-up selves. Maybe there's some reason why we need a shift. Maybe there's something where I like that, but for now, I would really prefer to do this. Reverend Cheryl's going to talk to you about being a CASA. She's a CASA and serves foster kids and foster families. I wanted to have a collaboration of New Thought people, not just religious scientists. So we came up with a conference called New Thought in the Desert in September. You're all invited. And so we have Unity, because we house Unity in our building, and they have services right after us every Sunday. We had Agape. We're looking forward to maybe having Divine Science with us. And so we have a little gathering for 2 or 3 days during the week to support what will bring me joy. And then I get to pass it back. But you got to fill yourself up first. I know gas is high right now, so. I'm just joking. But fuel up first. Come to your Sunday services. Go to your classes. Make sure you are ready, because the world, more than ever, needs us to be ready. Needs you to be the love and show up in love. And sometimes it is not easy. And it's okay. It's okay. So thank you for having me. Know that we are together. We're creating a world that works for all. That's our mission, our vision, our goal. Find a way that makes you happy to fill yourself up first and pass it along. And so it is.
Thank you, Rev.s Staci. Hey, good morning, everybody. I just want you to know that it's an honor to be here with you today. Whenever I have either one of us has the opportunity to go and speak at another, it doesn't even have to be a spiritual center, but anywhere, I'm just reminded, and I love to think about this, that in centers or wherever, just like this one, sometimes I get emotional. People just gather every week just to be reminded who they really are and what is possible not only in their lives, but in all of our lives. And that makes me so happy. And thank you again for letting me be here. And I just want to acknowledge that you all are doing wonderful work, every single one of you. I promise, not just the reverends here or the practitioners, but when you leave this building, and especially if you get a little uplift, guess what? You take it out into the world. And that's what we really feel that is necessary. That's why we feel, we being Rev.s Staci and myself, that anything we do to lift this world up, and it's usually outside of the walls of our center, as she was saying before. Now, you know, the talk title today, we do follow the global themes, and our talk title is What We'll See Will Defy Explanation. And of course, we get to think about this for weeks at a time. But I love that when I heard the monthly theme was What If, I love that. I love that because what if, a simple question to a whole bunch of answers. What if we are expected to be great, no matter what the world looks like? What if the good that we affirm, the good that we pray about, sing about, and believe in together is already unfolding? What if? You know how many things you can answer with that? What if? What if? So I was excited about what if, because believing, and I love the talk title too, an expectancy, and then you would believe, everyone in this would believe what shows up when you have these thoughts in your head about a talk title or whatever you want to speak about, because it does show up. On a commercial, on the walls, on someone's mouth, out of someone's mouth. I'm like, oh my goodness, I just talked about that. But guess what? It's more, to me, what if we show up for each other, for one another, right? What if communities like this and outside of these walls, there are places that are really needed at this time, I believe. Just living with dignity and respect and compassion. I know I'm getting a little chilly myself. I believe the deeper part of that question of what if is just understanding. Because what if we even go deeper than that, right? What if can go so deep, I think. It just invites us to go beyond appearances, right? Because, after when we walk out of here, we don't know what's going to happen. So if we hold on to that expectancy of love, that expectancy of grace, I believe we walk in that faithfulness of the uplift that we've gotten this morning, and just from each other, right? All right. It is courageous to do that work. It's courageous to stand here and attempt to live your best life. It's courageous for us to go around and speak everywhere. Staci actually does more of that than I do. Thank you, Rev.s Staci. Because this way of living just invites us to recognize the joy and the sorrow that can exist side by side, side by side. What anchors us? Because good is always happening. We were just singing about God is good, right? And we believe God is good all the time, but didn't I just say joy and sorrow can exist side by side? But it doesn't mean it's not God. From that deep faith, we believe, and I say we, who I'm talking about, that it happens outside. Like Rev.s Staci, she works with the junior high schoolers right now. I'm a CASA, which is a court-appointed special advocate for Clark County, 8th District Court in Las Vegas. And I've only been, I say only, but I've been a CASA for 3 years. I think I was sworn in 2021 or 22. I signed up during COVID and not knowing what to expect. And I'll tell you a secret that I don't even know if Rev.s Staci knows this, that the person that convinced me to do so was Daniel Namont. We were at a Lake Arrowhead retreat with Redondo Beach. Did you know that, Rev? Oh, I talk too much. Because when we go beyond appearances, something shifts in us, I believe. It shifts, our perceptions widens, our patience grows. I'm still working on that one. And our compassion just deepens when we recognize that in ourselves. And our talk title has expectancy in it, so of course I was thinking about that, and it dawned on me on the drive here. When I think about, we have conferences every year for CASA, local CASAs, and in Las Vegas, and there's one nationally too, which I have not been to. But I talked to the other ladies that have been doing it for forever. 15, 20 years, and some of them have had their case for 5, 6, one even 10 years, because they were little kids. And I thought, wow, I'm on my 5th case, because I didn't expect to keep them for that long, because the goal is always reunification, guardianship, or adoption. The sad part is if a parent loses their custody of their kid, totally, parental rights, that is. But I thought about it, I said, I never expect to be, I'm expecting what the goal is. So it just kind of boggled my mind when I hear the women that say, 5 years. I'm like, no. I'm thinking, we're going to reach this goal. We're going to get them, to a stable life. I mean, not that I have really a lot to do with that, because I'm just there to support them and to advocate for them when they go to court and tell the judge, social worker, whoever asks me how they're doing. And I can even make recommendations. Okay, they need to see a counselor, they need an education person that's there, that kind of stuff. I have a book of acronyms for the court system, because they'll say A, B, C, D, E, and I'm like, I don't know what you're talking about, so I have to pull out my list of acronyms so that I know exactly. I'm getting the hang of it after, 3 years. All right, and sometimes, when we live in that expectancy, things unfold in our lives that can defy expectancy, defy explanation. And I think that's what was happening with me without even knowing it, And that's why the work in a spiritual community, to me, matters so much. I believe that, because you're here, I didn't go drive a bus, pick you all up, and drag you here. You're here of your own free will, because you may want an uplift, or you just might want to hear a nice little something before you go to brunch. I don't know. Yeah. And again, we believe still, even though we love our center and we love going to different centers, that all the work, the most of the work is done beyond these walls. And it's not just us doing the work, it's you all. When you leave here with that smile, that whatever it is, you know. Staci, I'm gonna tell you, Staci, we like wine. And it's okay to like wine. I don't care what anybody tells you. And so we'll go to, a place and have a little glass of wine. And I'm going to tell you, Staci, I don't know why she does this, but obviously it's okay with me because she's been doing it for years. She tells people, there's someone in a conversation, because we always talk to people, to everyone. And I always tell people, they say, well, what do you talk about? I said, we talk about the creative process. Do these people I'm sitting next to know that I'm talking about the creative process? No. But Rev.s Staci tells them, oh, we're ministers. So by that time, either they want a prayer, they want a hug, they want to know what we believe, they want to know So because either they're thinking we're wonderful or we're going to hell. I don't know which one. Because I just think that is transformative. That can be transformative. I mean, we've experienced where we see someone, they look distressed. And Staci will give them her phone number. I mean, they don't even have to call, but the next time they see her, they do hug her because we notice. I mean, I had a man tell me, Staci told them we were ministers. And so he wanted me to give him a word that described him. And I don't even remember what I said, but whatever I said, he starts crying in the bar. But it didn't stop him from, he was playing a machine. We are in Vegas now. It didn't, he went back to what he was doing, and I went back to my side of the room. But, I don't mind that she does that, but every time she does it, I do roll my eyes, just so you know. So, I mean, that's so easy. It's so easy to smile at someone. It's so easy to say, have a good day. When that woman's kid falls out on the floor, ask Staci, what do? I just go and give her a hug. I don't know this lady, but I know that kid someone needs to carry. I mean, it's embarrassing, it's loud, it's crazy, and I've done that a couple times. I mean, what else can you do? I can't touch the kid, but I can certainly hug the mom. She doesn't know I'm a minister, and she doesn't stop me from hugging her, because then she wants to cry at that point. But, you know what? I just want you to know that you take this place with you wherever you go. And it's thanks to this community. It's thanks to the ministers, the practitioners, and to everyone that you encounter here. So I want you to remember that. Because when we expect goodness, and when we show up for one another, and when we choose hope, even in the hardest of times, we become part of that unfoldment. We become part of something bigger. I have my license plate in Las Vegas is RUR2R. I have to think about that because never mind. Ready? Are you ready to receive? Right? And so people are you ready to rumble? Are you ready to rock? I mean, they think of everything but and when they ask me, okay, what does it mean? Because I can't think of it. And I say, are you ready to receive? And I have yet to have anyone not go, So every now and then someone will ask me that, and I just tell them, and they're happy because I'm just asking them, are you ready to receive the goodness that you are, the goodness that is the universe? Because that's really the question. That's really the spiritual question. And that's how life just keeps, I think life keeps asking you that. Not just my license plate. Life, are you ready to receive? We're ready I'm ready, you're all ready. The world is ready to receive your compassion, your love, your connection, and all the possibilities that your heart can bring to them. Now, Staci mentioned Tyler Merritt. We've read a couple of his books on our book club that she started, I think, like 4 years ago. And we were listening to the current one. What was it called again? When Things Change. This is the Tyler Merritt. He was talking about his journey through cancer. And he I probably heard this quote before being around this teaching for so long, but George Bernard Shaw. And I think about it, I thought about it all the ride here. We drove in yesterday, so I've been thinking about it for the last 2 days. But, people are always asking us, you do so many things. You're so busy. You're so busy. You need to get some rest. Well, the quote says, I want to be thoroughly used up when I die. For the harder I work, the more I live. And I mean that, and so it is. Thank you.
Grand earth has quaked before, moved by the sound of his voice. Seas that are shaken and stirred can be calmed and broken for my regard. But through it all, my eyes are on you. Through it all, it is well. Through it all, my eyes are on you, and it is well with me. Far be it from me to not believe, even when my eyes can't see, that this mountain that's in front of me will be thrown into the midst of the sea. But through it all, my eyes are on you. And through it all, it is well. And through it all, my eyes are on you, and it is well. It is well. So let go, my soul, and trust in him. The waves of wind will know his name. So let go, my soul, and trust in him. The waves of wind will know his name. The waves of wind will know his name. It is well with my soul. It is well with my soul. It is well well. It is well with my soul. Well, through it all, my eyes are on you. Through it all, it is well. Through it all, my eyes are on you, and it is well with me.
Hey, thank you. Thank you. And oh, yeah, come on. Hi, will Chloe please bring the basket for our offering? Okay. So say with me, divine love consecrates my gift. It goes forth to heal, to prosper, and to bless. It is evidence of my conviction that God is the source and substance of our supply. I joyously contribute to the vision of this center, knowing that it returns to me multiplied abundantly. Yes.
Spirit gives through me, Spirit receives through me, Spirit lives and breathes through me. Spirit lives and breathes through me. Spirit gives through us, Spirit receives through us, Spirit lives and breathes through us. Spirit lives and breathes through us. Spirit gives through you, Spirit receives through you, Spirit lives and breathes through you. Spirit lives and breathes through you.
Okay, thank you very much. I'll just do real quick because we need to get on with the meeting in a few minutes. So right now I recognize this one power, which is God, which is love, joy, abundance, financial freedom, wisdom, and wealth, and I am one with God's love, abundance, financial freedom, wisdom, and wealth. So I right now give thanks for this offering. And I know right now that as I give, I receive, and the law of circulation is active in my life right now. So I give thanks for the abundance and prosperity for myself and for this center as I release my word to the law, knowing it is so, and so it is. Yes, okay, would you like to just bring the kids?
Why don't we go up here so they can see?
Yes.
Okay, so show them what you got. Show them this.
So in our mini church, we got these
Oh.
little jars, and we wrote little letters like this one, and I wrote "Love for everyone."
And then what does this say?
This says Irish kisses.
What does yours say?
Mine said, "God will serve you."
And then what does this say?
Lucky.
Let's give them a hand. And we did a Find St. Patrick's Day. We read it last week, and this week we actually acted it out and talked about the different themes, and that's what you just was, as you give, you receive, and different ideas of that. Thank you all.
Okay, after I do the closing treatment, there'll be a 10-minute break, but then come back in immediately so we can start. And I want to give a special thanks to Rev.s Staci and to Rev.s Cheryl for your wonderful talk. Look forward to hearing your talks again. And so now, let's just join me as I speak in the first person, recognizing one power, one life, which is God's life and my life now. And God is pure love. And I am one with that pure love of God, knowing that as I embody this love, I give it out to the world. And I give my love through my time, talent, treasure for this center and out in the world as well, knowing that we are all one, so we can all give our love to one another and service in whatever way is needed. So how grateful I am for this wonderful center today. As I release my word to the law, I know it is done, I know it is so, and together we say, and so it is.
Please join me in the peace song. Let me just stand in place for this one.